And, if you're like a lot of people, you want better sex. I mean, who doesn't want hot and heavy and passionate sex? But what a lot of people are looking for is for the newest technique or a different position, or maybe even messing around with polyamory as a way to really get their sex life going. And the problem with that is that there is no magic pill. I'm going to date myself here, and I used to be a big fan of the television show LA Law. And there was an episode back in the 80s where there was one of the characters. He was a client of the law firm, and he was kind of just like this everyday, ordinary looking Joe, nothing fantastic, didn't have a lot of money, wasn't particularly attractive, and yet but apparently the actors in that show still actually get questions about what is the Venus butterfly. And if you go to Google and Google Venus butterfly, you're going to get some answers, right? But, and this is like the surefire thing to make any woman fall in love with you. But you know what? There really is no one thing that's going to do it. First off, every woman is different. Every man is different. Yes, we generally like the same things. But the focus that a lot of people put on technique, right? I mean, yes, there are some things that you can learn how to do to be a better lover technique wise, right? But really, the key to spicing up your sex life is really to make sure that your relationship has a strong foundation. I know that's not very sexy, right? That's not what you were hoping for when you tuned into this live. You wanted to know just that position, right? And this is what a lot of couples are trying to do. And I get it. When you've been together for a while, sex can get really routine. I touch you here, you touch me there, we do this, basically rinse and repeat, right? And I get that. And together without having to worry about the dishes or the dog or the laundry or your project at work. I get it, right? And what makes sex better on a regular basis is more of that, right? Is more of spending sex being like a layer cake. And everybody wants to go for the icing. And I'm all about that because in terms of cake, I actually prefer the icing. But what's going on is if you don't have that underlying foundation, yes, you can, on it, because that's just about the physical. And yes, I do think it has to match your partner, right? Because just because you're good at this one thing doesn't mean that your partner is going to like it. And trying to convince your partner to engage in positions or activities that they don't feel comfortable with because you're sure it's going to light up your sex life